everyone. Look, I have a different background today. Oh, and you probably could hear the cars. So, this is not my favorite format to work on, the videos. I just feel like it misses a whole aspect of my personality because I get so nervous. But I had the best conversation with my mom yesterday, and I kind of like recounted something that I had talked about in church on Sunday. When I say in church, this is online, where we share God sightings. And God has given me peace in the eye of the storm. Now, that's a quote from Suzie O'Neal on a devotional. Trying to remember the name of it. It was something broken. But, anyways, and he really did. He gave me joy. Even though I still have all this storm going on, God has really led me to do some very uncomfortable things. Like these videos tend to be uncomfortable for me because, like I said, I feel like one-on-one in person when I evangelize with people, I, I, he gave me such a boldness and I feel really comfortable with that, but I've always hated my picture taken. I hated to be on videos and whatnot. But I keep plunging through. Like every time God gives me something to do, and the past couple weeks has been really uncomfortable. I feel like He's led me to formats that haven't been totally comfortable. And I think I'm going to close this door. Um, but I keep doing it, and that's the thing. Listen, hear, do. So I keep pledging along with those. But he gave me some kind of joy because when I started working on that Patreon, that format I really like because God has so inspired me in these works that He's given me with, I started off with writing an autobiography. So I have that going on. And then the journal, and now I'm talking about the journal, but see, the journal is so huge, important, and passionate to me. And I'm so thankful that God gave it to me because I use it in my evangelical work all the time. And through writing on this new format on Patreon, I get to really talk about it and focus on it and why did I create the pages and why did I do this? And it's really exciting me. So the other part of that Patreon just really kind of bothered me, getting patrons. So it's not like I have this huge following or anything like that. And I don't, and that's really honestly not what it's about. The whole thing is about finding a way to continuing doing God's work and getting it out there. And I have a plan for that. I want to share that work with other people. But of course, we all need support as we go on. So anyways, for that portion of it, basically I did one of my Colleen mind tricks and I kind of just wrapped up the whole getting patrons part in a little box, and I'm like, Jesus, it's yours. I'm just done. I can't even deal with that part because I really enjoyed the other part. So I just left it there, going throughout my days, and got a message, and it was, hey, get up, grab your journals. Get up, grab your journals, grab your phone, grab your bottle of water, and head down to the town square, sit on the bench over by the fountain. I'm like, okay. So I just did it. I'm not even gonna refuse. I don't know what you expect me to do when I get there, but you know what? And he's like, be there at 7-ish. So, and in case you don't know, it's super hot here. And I really honestly haven't been out at night. I don't go a whole lot of places right now. It's just so hot during the day and I don't take it very well. So I did all this and I get down there, I take a drink of my water and I'm sitting there and I just grab my journal and boom, I just start writing. And he had already led me, like, I don't know if I talked about it, like a week or two ago, to was sitting on the patio one day and he's just like, write. And I go in and I write and I started this new book. And it just came to me and I just knocked out like 10 pages, boom. And it was the hardest part of the book to write. So then while I'm on this bench the other day, I'm just writing. And the thing of it is it just brought me so much joy and peace, because the writing that he had given me, I think, just showed the fun parts. Like I was, people that have read some of the stuff that I've written, they'll often compliment, I like how you put in the little like extras, and they just make me laugh and just want to keep reading. And that was in there, so it just is so fun to write. And the detail, like I got descriptive in this, like because I'm talking about my journey from Norway to here to Cyprus. And then he also drew out of me through writing this things that I guess I really wasn't thinking about or I didn't expect to remember, but it was like he drew out of me like how each step of the way I was thankful to God, like every step. Like I have this I call it my overly heavy backpack, and I'm just thanking him because, my heart's not like palpating. My face isn't flush. Like the steps, you know, every step. And then, um, he, I just, he reminded me of things like that. And I just kept thinking about God every step and just thanking him. And it's something that, like, I think sometimes when he puts this stall in your life, like that's where I feel like I'm right now. I'm at this stall, even though every day he's given me a task or something that he wants me to do, directions to do, and I'm doing it. There's this whole other aspect that I had talked about that I feel like stalled at, and I just was able to push that away. And he showed me all this peace and comfort and joy, and reminded me of everything wonderful that's in my life right now. And it truly is. And then over the next couple days, it was amazing because along that whole journey, I had met different people. And there's quite a few that I stay in contact through WhatsApp with. And I would periodically send them notes on WhatsApp, and I know everybody has a busy life and whatnot. All of a sudden, I start getting these texts, and they're like, hey, sorry, I haven't written you in a long time, blah, 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 here's what's going on. It was so nice to reconnect with them. It was so fantastic. It was like God's way of saying, hey, you did touch these people's lives, and they're going to stay in touch. And I want to share this one story. So this one young lady that I talked to on the bus for 3.5 hours, that's an incredible story. I love that story. But the point is, when she talked to me this week, she said, hey, I'm waiting to get the news on this apartment. So I responded back. I'm like, hey, good luck with the apartment. I'm super excited for you. And then the next day was the morning that she was going to hear. She's like, I didn't get the apartment, but I wanted to let you know that I met a Christian woman at work, and I asked her if I could go to church with her. Oh, I was so excited, because I pray for each one of these people. And through our church that I go to, we've been talking about evangelism and the process of it. And I feel like sometimes it relates to me a little bit different, because like here I am, I meet these people, but they're from all over the world, different countries, and I don't always get to see them. And sometimes, it's like, how much of an impact do you really play in someone's life? And I always just say, planting seeds along the way. Well, God was showing me that you do make an impact in somebody else's life, whether you realize it or not. And God was so gracious to show me that, hey, you're going through the storm, but guess what? You really do. Like, your light shines through, and his light shines through me. And people are aware of that. So and that's where, like, I feel excited because his light came back to me. Like, I guess most of my life is really led about how I lead my life, like being that positive person no matter what. And I had a moment, I just, not a moment. I'm human. We all have fears, and I'm so happy that I talked about that as hard as it was. It was okay to share that, and we should share those things. But I also want to share the positive. So God is always working. And sometimes while we're in the process of just waiting for things to happen, like we're in the storm, he gives us this eye, and he's gave me this peace at this point. So what I like for you to do this week is drop a comment and share with everybody how God is working in your life. And I really think we could all use that positiveness. Sometimes I think we forget to look in that direction. We get overwhelmed with everything that's going on around us, and we really forget to stop and smell the roses or realize that God is working in us, and he has done these beautiful things with us that help others or for us, or teachings that we've learned. Like, I know this whole process for me, I'm always thankful because I always look at it as like anything that I'm going through is potentially is a lesson learned from God to help me become the person that he's looking for me to be. And I'm super excited. So drop a comment, please. Share something. Take a moment, think about it. How is God working in your life? Share it with us all. Let's flood those comments and let's see how God is working so everybody can see that. And please hit subscribe. That way you get the updates. I'll keep posting them on Facebook, but I really would like to build this community. I'm trying to get my international people in on this as well. But if we start commenting, then we can start communicating a little bit better. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. I love you all. This circle of storm I'm in, God has a plan. He does. I never have lost faith in that. I don't really have any fears that he doesn't. But anyways, God is absolutely fantastic. I'm so thankful for everything and everyone in my life. And Mom, thanks for the completely funny conversation the other day. It was so comfortable through our conversation. I'm like, Mom, I wish we could record these because they're so relaxed, and I feel like I'm much better. I'm terrible on the format of the videos, but ultimately we couldn't figure out how to do it, and we decided some of the crazy things that she said, or her faces, we probably shouldn't. But anyways, Mom, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. God bless everybody. Keep God close. Planting seeds along the way. Works inspired in faith. I love you. Thank you. Bye.